How's it going, guys? I'm back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. In today's video, I was going to be probably doing a Christmas update, but since I didn't really get anything much wrestling related, I'm still looking to pick up a few things like the NWO DVD and the Attitude Era DVD, and most likely the Raw 100 DVD with the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw. I might pick it up on Blu-ray. Who the hell knows? So we'll probably see what's going to be happening with that and whatever I decided to pick up, since there is a lot of great DVDs that I haven't really gotten around to even want to check out and actually pick up. So with this, I actually do have two wrestling related things, and recently I got the new Survivor Series 2012 DVD. Of course, I did review this, so if you want my full thoughts and opinions on it, go check out my Survivor Series 2012 review. It's still up, by the way, so you do have some time to check it out. And as well, I got the latest WWE 2013 calendar right there. We got John Cena, Radio, and CM Punk all right there. And the rest of the people for the rest of the months going into 2013. So that's about it, wrestling related wise. And I really didn't know what to really do for a video, but since I recently checked out the top finishers, which was on DVD, and I think it was like kind of like a top 50 type of list, and it actually wasn't that bad. And with these, you know, if you have the patience for it, and it kind of drags on just a little bit, but not that much, and it was kind of like the Superstars DVD that they did a while ago with the greatest superstars of all time. With that being controversial, now with this one wasn't so much controversial. You know, stuff going into it, but you know, there is some things that I could have switched around. So with this, I am actually going to do my own top 5. It kind of goes into a little bit of the same of the list, but you know, since I thought it would be a fun idea to even want to give my thoughts and opinions on my favorite finishers of all time, and you guys can do your own video response, and hopefully, you know, you guys will get inspired from this, and like what I did when I watched it. I watched it on Netflix. Since I don't have it, I might pick it up, and as well check out the matches that were on the DVD. So it wasn't that bad, so it is worth a check out. If you have Netflix, go check it out. If you have it on, you know, your PlayStation system, or if you can watch it on Netflix.com, or however you get access to Netflix. And you know, I thought this would be very cool for a video idea. Now, to me personally, finishers are definitely important when it comes to wrestling, not just WWE wise, but for someone who wants to, you know, try so hard just to win a match, and there's nothing else you can really do. It doesn't matter what kind of finisher it is, or you can just somehow make it and somehow just put it out of nowhere and make it in a unique way. It is really important, especially if you want it where you're going to be winning a championship title, like a world title, any kind of title, as long as you're, you know, showing the heart that you really want to put into it, and then hit that finisher and call it a day. And sometimes it doesn't really actually get the job done. Maybe a signature might even get the job done sometimes, as we've seen that in wrestling. So having those type of moves, and you know, just one of the devastating moves that we do have, and it's definitely really powerful sometimes for the most part. Sometimes it really isn't, and it takes a lot more just to actually finish a match and take someone out and knock them the fuck out and actually win a title, or just a plain old match just to advance into a feud, or just to make a point and make a statement and actually prove to yourself that you can be a main event player, or you know, just to be a top guy in the company, whatever have you. So you know, to me personally, that's what a finisher is all about in wrestling, and it's really important to have, especially when it comes to your wrestling matches, whoever you are, whether it be a female or just a regular male wrestler in any kind of company. Alright, so now getting into the honorable mentions that I do have for the top 10 spot, and how I did this was getting into with some of the finishers that I really enjoyed, and I feel like they should have at least made the spot anyway, and then worked into a top 5, so basically making it fully a top 10 finishers of all time that I really do enjoy, from, you know, with the finishers that we usually do see currently in the current times, and as well with the past times in the past, and with the superstar finishers that I would like to see come back and will most likely not come back, but they were always really exciting to see, and they were always there to most likely get the job done, or sometimes, you know, seen a lot more, maybe once or twice during a match, and just to make more of a point, and just to prove themselves that they can go the extra mile and actually use this kind of like multiple times here. And getting into with number 10, this one doesn't really go for really one particular superstar, but it can go for many superstars, especially if you're a high flyer, whether it be Evan Bourne or Justin Gabriel. Now with Justin Gabriel, he doesn't really use it that much, but when he does, it's very devastating. And especially with this, this is one of those moves that it takes a lot out of you, and it just really gets the job done, especially when it's in the middle of the ring, and it can come kind of out of nowhere, and once you feel like you're ready to use it, and it can take, the whole entire air that you have inside your body, take it out of you, and you can't come back from that. I don't think you can anyway. And I'm talking about the 450 splash, and it's definitely one of those devastating moves that I really do enjoy, and it's pretty fucking crazy. So when it, is hit, it hits hard, and you can't come back from that. So that's why that's on this list. Coming in at number 9, we got the Rey Mysterio 619. Now this can be done in two ways. It could be done the regular way, where you can just hit a guy between the ropes, and then that'll be the end of it. Or you can do it, and then you can go to the top rope and then hit him with a splash afterwards, and you can hit him with two guys or one guy or probably even three if you're lucky. So it's definitely a move that you don't want to be in, especially when you're facing Rey Mysterio. So it's really cool, and one of those moves that you really have to be ready for, and when you're not, then you shit out of luck basically. So that's why I have Rey Mysterio 619 on this list. Then at number 8, we got the Batista Bomb. Very devastating, and anyone can use this move too, and especially Batista does it best, so that's why it's called the Batista Bomb basically. And there has been a lot of memorable ones too. I'm not really gonna name them, but if you check out his matches, and if you haven't really seen them, go check out the Batista DVD, and it pretty much states that and how devastating his move could be. So I wish Batista could definitely come back, and he probably won't, which kind of sucks because he's doing the MMA thing. So we'll see if Batista will eventually make his return. So that's where it comes with that for number 8. Number 7, we got the Sweet Chin Music, definitely one of my favorites, since we don't get to see it anymore, and when we did, Shawn Michaels, definitely was always getting ready to tune up the band, and everyone would get excited for it, and it could be done from mid-air, like we seen with Shawn Michaels and Shelton Benjamin. That was fucking sick as hell. Definitely one of my favorite of all time with the Sweet Chin Musics, and it could be done just about any kind of way almost. It depends on how you're going to use it. You can just use it in the middle of the ring. You can use it from the air like I stated before, or any kind of way that you can think of. Shawn Michaels did it, and he made it look really devastating, and just hitting you right literally in the chin, and then you were out like a light, and that'd be the end of the match right there. So it's definitely up there as the honorable mentions, and that's why it made it there too. Also, for number 6, and moving into closer into the number 5 spot in the top 5 finishers of all time, and coming in at number 6, we got Triple H's Pedigree, and this too can be done kind of in maybe 1 to 2, maybe 3 ways on how Triple H does it. And once it's definitely hit, then you're out, and it literally just knocks you out literally. And sometimes, like many other moves, it doesn't really get the job done sometimes, but most of the time it is very effective. It can get you very fatigued in a hurry, and if you're not, trying to get out of this move and you're trying to reverse it, you really can. If you're really lucky, Chris Jericho has been able to reverse it, and been able to do like a back body drop and reversing Triple H before. So if you're lucky, you can reverse this move, but most of the time, if you're not ready for it, then you're screwed basically, and that's how Triple H gets the job done each and every time. Alright, so now we made it into the top 5 spot, and going into this, I'm going to start things off right away. We have the Randy Orton RKO, and again, this is one of my favorite maneuvers, whether it be from the current and as well from the past when Randy Orton was starting out, and especially, who can forget Randy Orton's devastating and epic RKO from when he hit it on Evan Bourne, and definitely one of the most memorable ones. And most people, when they look back into Randy Orton's RKO, they look at that one, at least one of them anyway, and there's just so many moves that you can really pull off that Randy Orton does do, but this one, is really crazy. And one of my other favorite ones when he did it on Christian at SummerSlam, and having Christian be on the steel steps too at the same time was really crazy as fuck. So definitely Randy Orton's RKO. It could be hit from anywhere, whether it be from the top rope or anywhere around the arena or anywhere inside the ring. And we've seen this too done by DDP, but he does make it in a great way, don't get me wrong, and I do love that move too, even though it is technically kind of the same thing, but he just calls it the diamond cutter. Really love that move. So I guess you can kind of have this going into the same category, but I don't know how you feel about that and how you people might feel about that. So it's kind of debatable a little bit, but to me, definitely Randy Orton's RKO is one of those moves that you would want to stay away from, especially once you're facing Randy Orton. Next move, we got Chris Jericho in the Walls of Jericho. This can be done in two ways, but it mainly is ending in the same way, where it's just basically a Boston Crab, and Chris Jericho can have his foot on you and have it where he'll be just basically squashing the holy hell out of your head, and as well making you tap out for it. And once he gets you in the middle of the ring, it's done. But unless you can get out of it, then you will definitely have a lot of luck on your side, and not many people can do that too. So that's why Chris Jericho with his Walls of Jericho is there as well. Getting into the next one, we got the Tombstone. That's why with the Undertaker definitely has to be on the top list, and this has definitely taken out a lot of wrestlers. It is really eerie and really hard to watch sometimes, and especially the way the Undertaker does it, and he does it like no other. Now King can do it, but it really doesn't really have that same kind of effect the way the Undertaker does it, and it just makes it from one of those moves that can be really hard to watch to also really cool to watch too. So it really isn't a disappointment and one of my favorite moves of all time. And now with this one, going into the next one here, and it would be my number one, but I had to think about it just a little bit more. And I do like the other move, the rock bottom, and this is going into the Rock's finisher here. Now, the rock bottom can be a devastating finisher, but I feel like the people's elbow, to me anyway, does the job done more, since it's aiming more towards the chest area and to the heart, and it just really takes more out of you. So that one I really enjoyed, and it's definitely one of my favorite finishers of all time. I could have had it as my number one, but definitely Stone Cold definitely takes the cake here as the number one finisher, and it could be done in a devastating way where you could be in mid-air the next, as some superstars have done it before, or you can just be flat out on your chest and your face, and then that'd be it. And I don't think anyone has really kicked out of it before, unless you're a Rock or someone else like that. So once you get that move on you, then it's done, like many other finishers, and it's really exciting to see. Maybe we will get to see at least Stone Cold make a comeback definitely soon. I would like to see that, since I know Stone Cold can definitely go in the ring, and if he doesn't have that one more match, then I'm fine with it. But just by checking out all the other stunners, and each everyone was kind of different, but it still was devastating in the way where it was the same basically two at the same time. So that's why I'm going to go at it with that and my top finishers of all time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys will get inspired by it, and we'll see how this video goes. So I thought it would have been a cool idea than just showing my Christmas update, and I probably will come back with the DVD update if I get some of the DVDs that I was looking to get for the holidays. So hopefully you guys had a great Merry Christmas, and hopefully you guys will have a great 2013. And the next video will probably be for my TNA pay-per-view predictions going for the next TNA pay-per-view, and of course with the Royal Rumble coming back. And if the Rock comes back earlier than normal, then I might do a video on him, and we'll see where that goes. But other than that, I'll probably just talk about the Royal Rumble, and I'm debating on maybe I might do a Q&A. I'm not really too sure, but unless something major happens, like what we had with WWE week, and we'll have like a newsworthy week, then I might come back and do a topic video. So with this one, hopefully you guys enjoy it and enjoy the rest of your holiday, and definitely go follow me on Twitter at Dave Rivera 1989 for the very latest, and I will be tweeting, of course, each and every week during Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and as well with the rest of the wrestling shows that are on, and as well giving my random thoughts too throughout the day. So with that being said, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your holiday. See you guys. Peace.